Hello everyone, welcome once again to Today's Music Hall. In our previous video we talked about key signature, today we're talking about introduction to time signatures and beat structures / value. Now, when you look at the Solfa notation script, which looks like this, we normally have our key, and the next will be something like this, a symbol of numbers. So this is the time signature. This is what we'll be talking about today. Now, before we talk about time signatures, there are a list of terms we need to familiarize ourselves with so we can understand the time signatures. First of which is bars or bar. Or let us begin with bar line. Bar line or bar lines. Now, when we look at our script, the song sheet, see something like this. Something like this. So normally this is where we have our notes, we have our key, our time signature and so on. This is where we have our notes, right? So a bar line is this vertical line. This is the bar line. This is the bar line. So originally this is our paper. So what does this bar line do? It divides the paper into small boxes. Now these boxes are called bars. These boxes are called bars. So this is a bar line. This is the bar. So a bar line is a vertical upright line or a vertically upright line that divides the piece of music into bars. Because originally this was an empty sheet, was blank, but the bar line has divided it into bars. So we have done two terms, bar lines and bars. The next talk about is pause marks. What are pause marks? I believe we do see things like semicolon, a colon, a full stop, a comma, and so on in most songs we see. Yes, these are pause marks. There are more. These are the pause marks. So, what do pause marks do? Pause marks divide a bar into bits. The pause mark is like what marks the beginning and the end of a bit. So, when this pause mark divides this bar, okay, for instance, this is a full pause mark, and it divides this bar. This space created here is one full bit because the space was created by a full pause mark. Like I've said, pause marks divide bars into bits. So how do you define a bit then? A bit, according to scripted music, is a space between two pause marks or between a pause mark and a bar line. So if we have a pause mark here, this is a pause mark, this is a bar line, so this is a bit. So the pause mark divides a bar into bits, and a bit is a space between a pause mark and a bar line, or between two pause marks. So this is not a bit. This is not a bit. The bit is a space between two pause marks, or between a pause mark and a bar line. We have understood what a bar line is, because say a bar line is the vertically upright line drawn across a piece of music to divide it into bars. What is a bar? A bar is the space between two bar lines. What is a pause mark? A pause mark is a symbol, or are symbols that divide a bar into bits. Now let us expatiate on this pause mark, because we have full beats, we have half beats, we have quarter, we have semi-quarter. So how do we know which is a half beat, a full beat, a quarter, each of the pause marks? So we need to expatiate more on these pause marks in relation to beats. There are 4 pause marks on the board: the full pause mark, the half pause mark, the quarter pause mark, and the semi-quarter pause mark. Now, full pause mark is represented by a colon in English. That's the for any pause mark. The half pause mark is represented by a full stop. Quarter pause mark is represented by a comma. Semi-quarter is represented by an inverted comma or an apostrophe. Now, wherever you have a full pause mark in a bar, where a space is created between a bar line and that pause mark, that space is a full beat. This space is a full beat. Again, whenever you have a space between one full pause mark and another full pause mark, that's a full beat also. I recap, whenever you have a space between a bar line and a full pause mark, or between a full pause mark and another full pause mark, that's a full beat. Or whether inverted between a full pause mark and a bar line, this is still a full beat. Now, when you introduce the half pause mark, which is the full stop, at this point, you are dividing this full beat into 2 equal halves. So this is a half, this is a half. Introduce the half pause mark here, you have divided into 2 equal halves. And same goes for this. Now, how do we define a half beat? Wherever we have a space between a bar line and a half pause mark, or between a half pause mark and a full pause mark, that's a half beat. Same goes here between a bar line and a half pause mark, or between a full pause mark and a half pause mark. Same thing happens here, and same thing happens here. So we have 3 full beats. Now dividing them into 2 equal halves. For the 3 beats, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half beats. Now, what does the quarter pause mark do? Quarter pause mark divides a half beat into quarter beats, or you can even divide full beats. For now, let's just stick to what we are doing here. So this space is a quarter beat. This space is a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter. So a quarter beat exists between a bar line and a quarter pulse mark, or between a quarter pulse mark and a half pulse mark, or between a half pulse mark and a quarter pulse mark, or between a quarter pulse mark and a full pulse mark. You can also divide these other bits, but I'm just trying to make us understand the principle. How we can derive bits by using pulse marks. Now, to make quarter pulse mark, also divide the quarter bits into two equal parts. I won't go there for now. I will do it in a subsequent video, but for now, let us stick to full, half, and quarter so that we don't overload ourselves. So what we just did now is bit structures / value. Now we will move back to time signatures to understand how time signatures work. Time signatures have two numbers. For instance, let us use 4 and 4. Most of us make the mistake of using 4 over 4, which is very wrong. It's a simple of numbers where one is above and the other is slightly below. So this is a time signature. Now the number above tells us how many bits we will have in the bar, and the number below tells us the quality, the duration of that bit, thereby affecting the speed of the song. That's not for this video, but we'll explain that later. Our interest is based on the number above. It shows us the number of bits in the bar. Now, what is the number of bits? We're talking about full bits. So when we have 4 above, we should have 4 bits in the bar. Now, check this out. The full pulse mark divides the bar into full bits, right? So when we have 1, 2, how many bits do we have in this bar? We said a full bit exists between a bar line and a full pulse mark, or between a full pulse mark and another full pulse mark. So between this bar line and this full pulse mark, we have 1 full bit. Between this full pulse mark and this full pulse mark, we have the second full bit. Between this full pulse mark and this bar line, because how we define full bit as, we have 3, or the third full bit. So, but we have 4 above. So what do we need to do to make it 4? We need to add an extra full pulse mark. So we're going to divide this more. We're going to have 2, because full to full is a full bit. Full to full is another full bit, and this is 4. So by theory or by observation, when we have 3 full pulse marks in a bar, we have 4 bits in that bar. If we have 2, we have 3 bits in that bar. If we have 1 full pulse mark, then there are 2 bits in that bar. Now, if we have just this and this, then we have 1, 2, and 3. Only 3 bits. So if we have just 1, then we have 1 or 2 bits in that bar. In this bar, we have 4 bits. In this bar, we have 3 bits. In this bar, we have 2 bits. So the time signature for this bar would be 4, 4, 4, 8, 4, 2, and so on. For this bar, we could have 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 8, and so on. For this bar, we could have 2, 2, 2, 4, and so on. Now, 4, 4, 4, 8, 4, 2, because the number above is 4, and hence the number in the bar is 4. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, because the number above is 3, hence 3 bits in the bar. Number above is 2, hence 2 bits in the bar. Now, the number below I said tells us the value, the length, the duration of the bit, of each bit in that bar. So, whenever you see 4 and you see 8 elsewhere, that time signature with 8 below will have a faster speed compared to 4, 4, 2 will have a slower speed compared to 4, 8. So 4, 4 is faster than 4, 2. 4, 8 is faster than 4, 4. So as the number below increases, the speed of the song increases also. Same applies to digital time signatures. Now we can also have 6 bits in the bar. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see that we need to have 5 full pulse marks in a bar for us to have 6 beats in that bar. Now we can replace a full pulse mark with this slant stroke. Yes, we can do that. Even at this point, we can also do that. So there's no difference between a full pulse mark and this stroke. They are the same. We will explain more about this stroke and where to fix in these strokes in our subsequent videos. I think we will stop here for now. We will unfold more about time signatures and beat structures as we progress. I believe we understand. If you don't understand, you can drop your questions in the comment section or you can ask them after the class. Thank you for watching.